Well, it's in their own hands, Rob, but there's a long way to go. There's an awful long way to go. 14 league games. I just felt the game last night, it was different approach from both sides. I thought the Celtic players, the mentality, the approach of the game is absolutely relentless at the minute. They approach games in the right way. It was a very dominant performance for them. You know, they were it was a convincing win. And I just feel they got match winners now. You know, you look at Abada, you look at Jota. The fact that McGregor put himself up to play last night, you know, with an operation pending, with his protective mask that he had on, the fact that he was on the pitch, that gave everybody a lift. It was a very alarming performance from Rangers, and I feel if it had been a boxing match in that first 45 minutes, the ref would have stopped the fight.
I don't think you get too many more emphatic Old Firm wins than that one last night. Why were Rangers so poor? Giovanni Van Bronckhorst said they were naive. They weren't ready for what Celtic threw at them. Suddenly, the roles are reversed and Rangers have to catch Celtic. Can they do it? Craig Moore.
Well, from the performance last night, Rob, Rangers were very, very passive indeed. I just felt that they were nowhere near Celtic in terms of physicality, in terms of fitness, in terms of a willingness and desire to go and affect the game of football. It's almost as if Rangers were waiting for things to happen, and boy, did they happen. That first half performance from Celtic was absolutely top-notch. The quality, the intensity, the desire. I'm a little bit concerned in terms of the patterns of play that are very, very clear for Celtic. In my opinion, were not picked up, you know, in terms of Rangers in counteracting that. Second goal in particular, centre halves having the ball, fullbacks coming inside, midfielder rolling out, playing a forward pass. These are patterns of play that should be analysed. And for me, it looked like Rangers didn't do that at all and struggled throughout the game. Second half, we can talk about the second half, but it's irrelevant.
Do you want to talk about the second half?
No, it's irrelevant. Celtic absolutely blew Rangers away.
What could the scoreline have been, John Hartson, at half-time? It was 3-0. What could it have been? You were there.
Yes, it could have been more, of course. It certainly could have been 5. I think when Jota cuts in and he hits it with great power and McGregor saves it, great save. And then Giakoumakis follows in with the header, another great save. When Giakoumakis got across the near and he got the touch, that's almost straight at McGregor when he saved it with his feet. Right or left of Vala McGregor, that's a goal. And I just think they were so dominant in possession. They got their tactics spot on. Juranovic, some star performances when they had to defend in the second half when Rangers were better. But of course, the game was put to bed really after 45 minutes. I just felt that in every department, Celtic were better. You know, in the first half, they were quicker, they were winning more 50-50 tackles. And what happened, obviously, was Rangers went in at half-time. They got a right rollicking from their manager. And then they couldn't have been any worse in that second half. They really couldn't. They had to improve. Naturally, there was a bit of a drop-off. Celtic they used all of their 5 substitutions. That's how much, you know, the manager Ange thought that the first 11 put into the first half. And, you know, as I said, there's a long way to go. Nobody's getting carried away, by the way. If you're Rangers now, you're looking for a reaction at home to Hearts on Sunday. That's what you want. Another difficult game. And this is when it's squeaky bum time, if you like. This is when now the 3 points really, really matter because there's really no margin for error. There's another 2 derbies to come. So there is very little margin for error now. But I said before the game, Celtic lately are a different proposition to what they've been. The way that they play, the way that they hunt down, you know, the opposition when they've got the ball. They win it back very quickly. And they attack, and they're a huge attacking force with some really good, talented footballers in that team.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.